Continue our media availability this afternoon with Dale Earnhardt Jr., driver of the number 88 National Guard Chevrolet. Dale, Texas Motor Speedway is a strong track for you. 23 starts here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. You have an average finish of 13.7. Just talk a little bit about coming to Texas this weekend and what your expectations are.
We've had a lot of good runs at this track, and I enjoy the surface is really good, real wide, and gives you a lot of options as a driver to find speed and find a good balance. If your car doesn't work on the bottom, you can move around and try different entrances and see if you can help your car and maintain some track position before you have to get a chance to work on it again. But it's just a fun track, great market for us. The promotion and energy that Eddie and his group show year in and year out is a good standard for other tracks to really follow, and they do some unique things to get people excited about races here, and a lot of times it's a lot of fun. So it's a great market, and people in this area have latched onto this track and really supported it over the years, and it's a good success story for the sport. So, you'd like to come out here and run well, being that it's, not one of the, traditional southeastern facilities that have been on the circuit for so long. So you like to come out here and do well, and we've been able to do that. So just had some really fast cars the last couple of races here that I can remember. One thing or another led to us not winning, but we've had some top 3 cars here, so we're excited about practice today and excited about getting an opportunity to work on the car again tomorrow, and hopefully can put a good car on the grid for Sunday's race.
All right, we'll go ahead and take questions for Dale. If you can please state your name and affiliation, and we're going to start with Shannon in the back.
Shannon Spake, ESPN. Dale, with the Final Four taking place right down the street and NASCAR going to an elimination process once the chase begins this season, I know it's a ways away, but how do you think that that's going to affect maybe the aggressiveness and maybe even the desperation that drivers feel in those last 10?
Well, I don't really know. I don't think that I don't think anybody really knows for sure exactly what kind of mentality you will have when you wake up in the morning before them races. It just kind of matters what side of bed you get out of. But we might be extra cautious, trying to navigate them races up to each elimination. We might be extra aggressive. I just really don't know for sure. And you just want to finish as good as you can. Obviously, try to win. And we were able to do that last year, and the way we ran last year, I thought in the chase was really would be real profitable to a system like this. So, maybe we won't change a thing. I just think you go out there and you try to be smart. You try to make good judgment as a person, as a driver. Just do the things you've been doing, whatever you think's working, and hopefully that'll get it done.
All right, we're going to go to Lewis Frank. Lewis, right behind you.
Dale, Lewis, Frank of Reuters. NASCAR's talking about reducing horsepower next year, make it a little more competitive. I was wondering, what do you feel about less horsepower? How will that change your driving?
I don't think they're trying to make it more competitive. One of the things that, no matter how the horsepower is, I think we'll have competitive racing. I think the racing's competitive any way you slice it. So I can enjoy a race where a guy laps the field just as much as I can enjoy one where they're side by side across the finish line. There's something to be appreciated about both ways of winning and how a race plays out. But I like the idea because I like the idea of going to a smaller motor and allowing us to engineer through that package instead of choking down what we currently have with a plate. I think choking the motor down with a plate is the easiest way to go and the laziest way to go. So I'd like to, when you build when you can go to a smaller engine, you preserve some throttle response, you preserve some reaction in the gas pedal, and what you give the driver a few more tools to be able to use out on the racetrack when he's driving his race car. When you take and put a plate on those cars, you take tons of throttle response out of the car, and setting up a pass, particularly on a track that's worn out like this, is a little more challenging with a plate rather than an open engine that's smaller. So, I hope that they'll go the way I want to go. Whatever way they end up going, whatever decision they end up making, I mean, it's not going to be there's not a wrong decision. There's just there's an okay one and a better one, in my opinion. But they're going to do it. It's kind of like the 3 coming back. A lot of people didn't want it to come back. A lot of people were upset that it came back, but it's coming back. And I think the reduction in power is coming, whether you like it or not. And I choose as an individual to get on the side of being productive in that discussion, instead of instead of saying we don't need to do it and trying to fight it. Let's try to make sure when it does happen, we do it the right way and give ourselves something to grow into and something to engineer and something that's productive for many, many years to come. So I hope that but it's coming either way, whether we like it or not. We can all you can have both sides of us, people both sides arguing against and for however long you want, but it's going to happen. So we might as well start thinking about how we want it to happen and trying to have those discussions on making sure that we make the best choice we can make for the sport. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Carlos, and then Jerry, and then we're going to come up front here.
Hey, Dale. Carlos Mendez, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Everybody's counting the number of winners this year. Would you like to see a great number of winners, or do you think sport benefits from having a handful of drivers at the top every week?
Yeah, I think the sport benefits from having a lot of different guys being successful, a lot of guys winning. I don't want to see a lot of winners. I want to see 10 winners, 12 winners. I don't want to have to worry about, I don't want to go back into points racing mode because there's so many winners. And we get down to 20, race 26, and we got, 20 winners. Then I'm not worried about, if I win, I'm in. I'm starting to worry about where I am in points and going back to the old method of, trying to maximize points every race. I don't think it really affects where I finish. I try to maximize points anyways and try to run as well as I can run, and that produces the most points for me. So, but I don't particularly as a driver want to see a lot of winners. I want to win them all. But for the sport, the success of the sport, I think parity and having a lot of people in the grandstands cheering for a lot of different guys for a lot of different reasons is a good thing.
All right, Jerry, go ahead.
Jerry Fraley, Dallas Morning News. On the scale of conservative to aggressive, where would you like to see your team be with tires on Sunday?
I want to, be as aggressive as we can be because there's speed in that, and we're going to pay close attention to it. I don't think we're going to have any problem this weekend. I think that the bumps on the back straight at California were a big product of what we saw in California, and I had some issues at Bristol that I understand and have no problem with. I don't think that I don't think we'll have any issues. I may be wrong. I hope I'm right. So we'll go out there and practice and really pay close attention to what we're seeing, and we'll be as aggressive as we can be to produce as much speed out of the car as we can produce, and I think get the car driving good and get the car comfortable. I'm thinking that the pace is going to slow down as the tires fall off here, and we won't really have a tire issue. But hopefully, I don't think that there's anything to be concerned about myself personally. But we're aggressive every week. We've been aggressive since I started driving cars, and we'll be aggressive long after this.
All right, we're going to start up front here and move to the right.
Hi, Anton Warner with Cron 4 TV San Francisco. Looking ahead a little bit, any thoughts on the special challenges presented by the Sonoma Raceway road course?
The what? The
The Sonoma Raceway?
Yeah. Well, I'm not. We're you know, we kind of just go there and you know, see what happens every time. I don't have a good track record at that place, but so I'm not probably a guy to be asking. But we just, I think my best finish there is 11th, and that was many years ago. So we end up, you know, having fun. It's a fun place to race, and if you just forget about getting, you know, investing your emotions in it and where you want to finish, and just go out there and drive, you end up having a good time. But you can't be upset with what happens at the end, because a lot of stuff happens at the end, and you might be part of it. So, but I enjoy it. My teammate Jeff Gordon went out there and tested, and hopefully we can go there and be productive this year. And you know, I don't think we're going to test actually. We usually test once or twice for road courses this year, but I think we're just going to wing it.
All right, we're going to go up front, and then we'll go to Nate Ryan and end with Melinda from ESPN. Go ahead.
Tierra Newbaum, University of Texas. How did you feel after qualifying today, and are there any big changes that you want to make before Sunday with the team?
Well, today I was real happy with the way the car drove in qualifying for the nationwide race. It was a handful yesterday, but you know, I didn't know how much the track was to blame for that, or just being, you know, green and slick. But we really got the car comfortable for qualifying today, so I'm actually looking, you know, I was looking forward to tonight anyways, but I'm actually a lot calmer about how my car was driving. I was pretty worried. But we'll get out there today. Hopefully a couple cars are going to be good. It's been good last several trips, so I got you know, I shouldn't have nothing to worry about. And we got an odd schedule, and should be interesting to see how that plays out, if that has any effect whatsoever on the race, which I doubt it will. But, you know, we got a lot of practice today and a lot tomorrow, so we should be able to get something comfortable underneath the car.
All right, we'll go up front to Nate Ryan and then end with Melinda.
Nate Ryan, USA Today Sports. Based on your Throwback Thursday photo yesterday, I guess you have some modicum of basketball ability. Are you, no, okay. Or interest in it, maybe?
I have interest.
Okay.
That's where it stops.
Are you enthused this weekend then about being in the same market as the Final Four? Are you going to go to the games tomorrow night? Is it kind of cool to be a part of that?
Yeah, I was. I had plans to go to the game, but those plans changed a little bit, so I'm not going to go. But I don't particularly have. Florida had Florida winning my bracket, so I'm kind of pulling for them, I suppose. But they're not my favorite team. I scored 2 points that year in military school. I sat on the bench a lot, being the smallest guy. I didn't have any skill. I only played because you got to leave campus for the road games, and being able to leave even for a day at military school was an amazing vacation, just to be able to leave for a few hours, because you'd go after the game, you'd get pizza or whatever. You just didn't have those kind of luxuries being on campus, so that was pretty neat. And but I had fun, and that my sister found that picture, so I thought it'd be fun to share. But we play basketball at home, and we have a small little group of guys that get together and play. But I'm not skillful at all. But it's fun. It's a good way to get some energy and exercise.
Were your 2 points a basket, or were you
I threw it up with my eyes closed. The only way I knew it went in, because Kelly and everybody that was there, maybe the 10 or 12 people that were there, were screaming when it went in. So I knew it, went in, but I never saw it. Some guy was jumping at me, and I was just like, closed my eyes and threw it up. So, yeah, it was rough back then, but it was a lot of good memories, a lot of fun, thinking about just being able to practicing and being on a team. I hadn't played much organized sports at that point in my life, so that was pretty fun. Plus, like I said, being able to get out of military school for a day was great. Being able to see the outside world. The Tar Heels. In college basketball, I pull for the Tar Heels. I pull for somebody different in every sport, but in basketball, yeah, the Tar Heels.
All right, Dale, we thank you for your
Thanks.
time and wish you best of luck this
Y'all
weekend.
have a good weekend.